Okay, no problem. I've heard. At the end of the day, it simply means game on.
Only a stubborn fly goes into the grave with the corpse. That's a popular saying. Well, there are people who are stubborn, and Judy Austin is one of those people. They push, they press until it becomes too bad. I mean, until it becomes explosive. They don't stop. Some couple of days ago, I informed you of Judy Austin's plans to go to Edochie'S parents' house for the Xmas and New Year. This is often a practice. I'm sure you might be planning to do such if you do not reside where you are from. Maybe you live in the southwest, you want to relocate back to the southeast for some short period of time to be among friends and family. Maybe you live abroad and you want to come home. This is a practice. People do this. It's called homecoming, right? Now, in the case of Edochie, it would have been honorable, it would have been sensible, it would have been normal if it was May that he was going back home with. But Edochie wants to go with Judy Austin. Or is it Judy Austin that wants to go with Edochie? Because right now, Edochie has some issues that he's dealing with. He's looking for ways to settle with May. And also this alleged baby mama that recently surfaced, Christabel. All of these are there. And with Judy Austin on one side, it's a serious issue, isn't it? It's a terrible, terrible, serious issue. Now, Judy Austin, like I said, cares less about applying wisdom or common sense to anything. She does not listen. She does not care. She moved down to Edochie'S parent house. She went there. That she has a right. She came in like, oh, I'm coming with your grandchildren. Don't forget that we have an issue surrounding DNA. Okay. So she came, and Josephine, the mother of Edochie, had to do the needful, like, hold on a second, young lady. All this while, you've not heard me speak. The other time it was my husband that granted interview. I did not sit with my husband to hear my own opinion. I decided to withdraw to the background. Like, I don't want to be part of this. I just want to be on my knees with my rosary, praying, hopeful that one day my son will be back to normal. Not this. Who are you? How dare you come here? You've been told not to come. She did what many mothers will do. At this point, at this critical point, no mother would want or wish this for their son. Like, they will not even pray and hope that this happens to their son. Like, how can this be? It didn't happen when you guys got married, like 2 years after you got married. No, not at all. Imagine how long they have been together. It got to the point where both of them are supposed to be reaping the fruit of their labor slowly reaping the fruit of their labor, because Kambili Chukwu RIP when he was 16. In some couple of years, let's give him 7 years, 6 years. Let's just even say maximum of 7 years. He would have been done with the university. And at that time that he would be done with university, Daniela, the elder sister, probably would be looking at furthering her studies or getting married or something. At the time that Edochie will be saying, okay, soon I'll be getting to the mid of my years, that is 45. I'm looking at 50. Maybe I will have a grandchild at 50. Having thoughts, and no mother will be happy that such tragedy happened to our son at this time. Now, to top that pain, to scratch that pain, to scratch that wound, Judy Austin brought her two left legs, waddled into the house like, I am here. Both of them probably had talked about it, Yul Edochie and Judy. And she's like, anyhow, when I leave my parents' place, I will come down there. And they said, don't come. You've heard it before. Don't come. She came there. Judy Austin arrived, and Mrs. Josephine, the wife of Pete Edochie, the mother of Yul, had to take action. Like, no, this is my husband's house. Yes, grandchildren are allowed to come. Wives of my children are allowed to come. My sons are allowed to come. But you are not permitted. You are not allowed. You cannot come here. Don't come here. Do not. The only time we allowed you to come was when Yul Edochie brought you, saying that he has a grandchild. So we needed to okay, regardless, there is a child. As parents, we took him in so as to at least embrace the grandchild, because it is not a fault of the grandchild. But now, with DNA issue being, talked about, and with so much, no, we don't want this. And obviously, Mrs. Josephine Edochie, she's aware of the happenings. She knows what's going on. She can see how much success is, how much successful May has become ever since this breakup. She can see it. And she doesn't mind once in a while, gift here and there. Imagine May comes back from a vacation like she often does before and sends something down to Mama Edochie. You know how nice these things are. Like phone calls, like, I saw this thing, I think it would be good for you. Stuff like that. No, none of these things are happening anymore. She goes, she comes back, and she doesn't even call them anymore. They can't even call her anymore like they used to. Because there is friction between them now. Regardless of how it happened, who did it, who didn't do it. It's not just going to be possible for you to now call your daughter-in-law with all of this drama, particularly with this type of drama. You can't, because, you might be invading her privacy. Maybe she needs private time for herself and you're calling. And if she does not call, there is nothing you can tell her. Maybe before you be like, I've been calling you, didn't even pick the call. Where is your husband? Please tell him to call me. Now, none of those things are there. If she says she's busy, you just say, okay, all right. Call me when you are less busy. That's it. There is a lot of friction, a lot of, between them now. This got the woman angry. Like, Juju Austin, don't come here again. Like I told you guys before, I said they were trying to mediate. They were trying to find a way to talk about it, to resolve it, to bring Yul Edochie and May back together. They had that meeting, they had that talk. And Juju Austin is now here, jumping. No, they said, no, don't come here again. Do not come here again. She was kicked out.